Welcome to Burning Metal Shooting the Breeze episode 29. In this episode, I'm joined by Tomas and Christoph of Mortal Butchery. How are things, lads?
All good now. Thanks for having us up.
Yeah, it's been a while since you were on this one, Tomas. Now, you're actually the first ever guest on the Shooting the Breeze #1 back in the day.
Oh, yeah. They were the good days.
All of them. Nah, they weren't really the good days.
I'd say they were.
You enjoyed the time off from the world and able to create music, like.
Oh, stop! Yeah.
Yeah, but now Mortal Butchery is your latest project, Tomas, and Christoph. You're the vocalist, and I only became aware of you in the last 10 days, and I found out then you've released 3 singles and an EP since July. That is fucking very fucking consistent, lads. Fucking hell.
Now, Christoph,
so
yeah,
like I already know where you're going with this. So what it is the latest single, Stay, was with Tomas. So he only started doing the instrumentals for Mortal Butchery from the latest single. I had this one friend who was also Hungarian, who was living in Waterford, who ended up passing away. He was my instrumentalist. So yeah, I needed someone else to make Mortal Butchery a thing. So Tomas decided to help me out on that, and that's how we're still making music.
Yep.
Jesus fucking, what age was he? Was he old?
He was 28.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fucking shit. Sorry to hear that, man. That's fucking shit. Like fucking hell. Only young lad. Fucking hell. But I suppose on the upside of it, if there is an upside to it, you've kept going and you found Tomas and you're keeping the project going. But Jesus Christ, man, that's tragic.
It was tough. It was tough. It was definitely tough.
Oh, God, yeah.
After a while, it was it's whatever. Like, just try to move on. Try keep pushing forward and whatever.
Of course, what else can you do? Like, you can't sit there waiting forever. Like, it's unfortunate, but you kind of have to keep going. Like,
yeah.
So, what's the overall now? What's the plan with Mortal Butchery going forward?
Chris, I'll let you.
Well, as of the next few months, let's say, I want to have a full EP, and maybe I won't take it live, but yeah, I feel like in the next few months an EP would be nice, and then moving forward, just keep releasing music online. But I don't think I want to take it live.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's good. But Tomas and also been a kind of a studio musician, for want of a better description, as well. Outside some of the live stuff that he does in the punk band, it's an era now where a lot of projects don't play live anymore. They keep to the studio just as an outlet, just to release music, because with all the advancements in technology, you can easily do it yourself at home now. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a little bit to say, like, and you've got another band too. Remind me of the name again, sorry, that you're working on.
Dead Memories.
It's Dead Memories.
Dead Memories, and I couldn't fucking remember it. Yeah, there you go. Ding.
There's your Dead Memory, Phil.
I'm still a bit fucking mired from that big fucking marathon I done the other night with Adrian, doing 2 podcasts in one night.
That's mad.
No, I'm never doing that again. That was stupid. That was completely fucking stupid. We'll do them again for definite, but never will we do 2 again in the one night. No, not happening. But what Dead Memories? You've got a band there, yeah?
Yeah.
You're doing anything, recording anything, any plans to do live? Or?
Well, last year we released. This was just when me and Christoph were in it. Now we have a full band. Back last Halloween, we released our first single, Memories Fade, and So Do Scars, which was kind of like my first venture into death metal. It was Christoph's first venture into, recording vocals. And it did pretty fucking good. Did really good. To be honest, I feel like I didn't do pretty good of promoting it, I guess you could say. But it was just our first single. We didn't really kind of just put it out there, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah, like, we didn't really think much about it. We just put it together and then just slapped it straight on, and that was it. Like,
yep. So
I
that
didn't think we would take it
I'd
forward,
never heard
really.
it.
really, yeah, no, it's kind of guess you could kind of say we wanted to keep it low key for a while until we really knew what we wanted to do,
Mhm.
where we wanted to take this band. And now since we're in a we have a full band, which is fucking amazing, and we all live literally like in the same place, so fucking
That's good.
handy. Yeah, it's so fucking handy. Like our drummer, his name's Jack. He's only fucking 15, man, and he is
14, actually. I found out he was only 14.
14, and he
14.
is some fucking drummer.
He
So
is insane, man. Absolutely insane.
so we're hoping
Fucking hell.
we're going for our first rehearsal there on Tuesday, and just see where it goes from there. Really, write some new music and hopefully have a maybe an album. Who knows? By the end of the year, by the end of next year, not this year.
Yeah. Jesus, I don't know where you keep coming out with all this stuff, man. You're that's 4 projects now you're actively working on at any given time, like.
Yeah. And I actually just joined another band there as a bassist.
Well, that's
That's Crimson. It's kind of like a
Crimson,
blues hard rock band. So
Oh,
yeah.
very good. So you're branching out into other styles as well, too, like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not
that-
just sticking with the metal, I feel like any metal musician should really branch out to a lot of different genres, experiment. You never know where it's going to take you. Like, you make you a better musician and whatever.
I should look at Conor McGoran, like he's into
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
all sorts, like, and he's the fucking benchmark in the country, like, and he
Yeah.
doesn't sit around listening to black metal all day. He'd be listening to all sorts of DB Vai, everything,
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the same
he's-
as myself.
Well, that's the way to do it, man. If you want to get good, you have to do different things. You can't just sit around playing the one style. You'll never grow.
Exactly.
And do you play any instruments yourself, Christoph, or are you just vocals?
I'm just vocals. That's why I don't really venture into different genres. I'm just metal, and I'm the one idiot that just screams into a microphone,
You
Oh,
tried playing guitar.
I tried, but nah, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Give
Give it another shot.
The world needs vocalists too, we can't,
And drummers.
Oh, and drummers, yeah. Drummers and vocalists. And bass players.
If you're a
I
guitarist,
feel like
you really
drummers and
play
bassists are the hardest to find, honestly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess.
drum-
but drummers, oh, stop. Hard.
It's mad. Did you found a 14-year-old drummer for your other project, Dead Memories? Like, fucking hell. Like, that's, I suppose that
Yeah.
he branched out, though, and got one.
He's not even
Yeah.
Chris, he's not even a metal drummer, like.
No, he's a what? Jazz? No, it's
Yeah.
not jazz. Is it
Blues.
Blues.
Yeah, blues. But this,
But- he can play some nasty death metal. Tell you that.
Can you do all the blast beats and everything, yeah?
Absolutely, 100%.
There you go. You're elected, so, like.
Oh yeah.
But, let's see. I put you in my band to watch Dead Memories anyway for the Burning Metal Awards. That will be transcribed in the coming days. I just haven't got around to it yet. I had to fucking recover from that podcast, but I will do it because
Thanks a lot.
try and give you a bit of a push as best possible, because it's very hard to get your name out online at the minute, really. It's because so many people have stopped using Facebook for obvious reasons because it's a fucking cesspool.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Like, I remember trying to fucking get my name out with Forshigan Yuka. I was just fucking tough, man. Tough.
The All Ireland Metal Project was a big help for you, though.
The All Ireland Metal Project, I sometimes wish that still active. I miss all doing, collaborating with different metal artists. And if it did come back, obviously, Christoph would be able to take part and, venture out into different stuff. It's a big help.
But I think that's been tried a few times before, and to be honest with you, I think the lockdown was the only time that was ever going to happen because everyone's back
Yeah.
doing their own things with their own bands now and working and whatever. So they wouldn't have the time.
Yeah.
So, Christoph, you're originally from Hungary, and to be honest, you would never think you were from Hungary. It's called you don't have an accent or anything like.
Yeah. I mean, it's the 6 years
But,
I've been living here in Ireland, so that's mostly it. And I studied English before I came out here, so.
Yeah. But it's a big. What's the biggest culture you find from cultural change you find from living in Hungary and in Ireland?
There is no flavor at all here. No flavors whatsoever. You have salt and vinegar, and that's about it. You go to Hungary, you have all these different seasonings and all that, and it's just like I last time I went to get a bag of chips was about 5 years ago, and that was probably the last time because there is no flavors here at all. So
Yeah,
I more go to like a Chinese or a Turkish kebabish or whatever every time I'm getting food here, but I'm never going to like any other places that would just be like a bag of chips or whatever.
Good old Lotus House and Scorby. Big shout out.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's Ireland for you in a nutshell. Like, I'm a bit older than you lads, obviously, and sure, we grew up eating fucking carrots and spuds and fucking cabbage and shit. Like, that was salt was about the only thing we had. Like in European culture, like we didn't have any. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're
the only culture we had was fucking drinking culture and fighting. That was about it.
Oh, jeez.
So, Tomas, how many releases have you actually put out now in total between all these projects in the last 2 years?
To be honest, Philip, I don't think I even know myself. I've I know I've done the 2 splits with Balor, which I'm really excited to see come back. Balor and Sanguine Core, which I don't think Shane is doing that anymore. I think that's disbanded now. But yeah, no. I really, if I had to guess, probably I'd say 20, maybe 25, between somewhere there. Some of them are just half-arsed anyway, so.
It still sound a lot better than most of the fucking stuff that's out there, like.
Sure. Really just it's I didn't even think that I could really put out one release, let alone make a whole fucking project out of everything.
Have you got anything in the works down the road to maybe support Death the Leveler?
I have a hunch that maybe sometime down the future, hopefully, either Dead Memories for Shiganuka or something else would be able to support Death the Leveler in an opening gig. But there's no plans yet so far.
Yeah, because of your age, like.
Yeah, but sure. I'd really like to see it. I think I talked to my uncle about it once or twice maybe, and them times were when I was 14, 15, just oh yeah, if I had my own project, would I be able to open for you or something? I'm still hoping to do it, really. Yeah.
Well, it's in the realms of possibilities. You're your uncle, so there's no reason why it can't be done at some point,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're back playing a lot too as well, which is great.
Yeah, they did Thomas House.
With Suits there.
Yeah. Haven't actually went out to see him live yet. But hoping to get out sometime soon. I think they were doing they did something in Germany. I think it was Germany there. Vienna, Doom over Vienna there a little while ago. So yeah, no, I saw some videos of that. That was fucking class.
Oh yeah, it'll be something very definitely to aim for anyway, you know.
Ah, yeah. With like either Dead Memories or the One Man Project, or even more Butchery, like that would be class.
Exactly. You
Never know.
maybe who knows? Maybe you could get a 4-band gig, fucking Feroci Garen Newick, Dead Memories, Mortal Butchery, and fucking Death the Leveler on. You know,
Jesus.
go full fucking Devin Townsend's on it.
Oh God. Still hoping
That'll
to
be
go.
a long night.
I'm actually. I was hoping to go out and see Devin Townsend there in Belfast. Didn't end up fucking going, to be honest. Just Belfast. So I see fucking Adrian travelled up to Crypt there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He had great crack getting back from it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had to get a bus back at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Fuck. Yeah, no. Crypt.
He said it
Crypt
wasn't
seems
much
good.
fun. No.
Jay, sure. It's Belfast.
It's a fair spin for you anyway, Belfast. Like,
Fuck,
Oh,
that
yeah.
must be what? 4 hours, Chris? Something like that? 4 or 5 hours?
Probably more, I'd say.
I
'Cause
travelled up to
you go
Belfast.
to Dublin, right? You go to Dublin. That's about 2 hours.
Yep.
And then you get the next train from Dublin. That would overall, I'd say, take about 5 or 6.
Yeah, because I travelled up to Belfast once when I was younger, and some sites there that just kind of like fucking break you inside. Fucked.
yeah, that's a very different city now. It's very multicultural now. It's a European city now. Like it's not like it used to be. Like it's a different. And they have a great scene in Belfast. It's definitely one of the most supportive scenes in the country. Like the turnout for the Crypt of the Rip was amazing. Like you know, if you put on something like that in other places, you might get 30 or 40 people, but they packed it out. Like
I saw that band Coma. Yeah, they're probably one of the best acts I've seen come out of Belfast in a while. Not Belfast, Northern Ireland even. Probably one of the best acts I've seen in a while. Actually won their giveaway for the shirt. They're not too long ago. That's fucking class. Geno, they're really good. Chris or metalcore. You fucking love them. Class.
So, do you have any big plans for going to any gigs or anything or any festivals this summer, lads, or the next summer? Or are you gonna see what happens?
Trivium.
Yeah.
Trivium.
Yeah. And
that's what, next month?
Yeah, I have Gojira then in February if this gets pushed back again. Where the fuck? Because it would have been the third time. And Iron Maiden.
What's the story with going to Hungary for Cannibal Corpse?
I'll get back to you after this, lad. That would be a class gig, though.
I'll probably go to Bloodstock myself because I can bring my mother over to leave the family and I can just go down. I was hoping the last headliner would be Pantera, but it's Mesoga, which I've never seen, so that'll do.
Yeah, I don't even know who's playing this Bloodstock, to be honest.
It's a mixed bag. There's some really good stuff and there's some stuff I wouldn't really be interested in, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, no, there's a fucking Pantera's comeback. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was.
Ah, well, they were never going to half-arse it, man.
Oh, yeah, no, never. Like, sure, it's Phil and Rex. They're the only two members, like, so. Class.
And I've seen people. And I've seen a few people online complaining, saying, "Oh, why isn't Cemetery Gates in the set?" And you're like, "For fuck's sake, Cemetery Gates! Phil hasn't hit them fucking notes for 30 years, lads."
Oh my god. Yeah.
How he's fucking still alive is a fucking miracle. Never mind anything else.
Same with Ozzy.
He's in trouble. Did you hear that? Actually, that Sharon Osbourne got rushed to hospital there today. She's in a fucking bad way, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is just a breaking story. There's no real details yet, but
fuck, that's only today.
Yeah, it's only today. And Ozzy done an interview during the week saying he doesn't think he'll be able to do the tour next year. But you wouldn't want to be. You don't need to be fucking septic pegged to have seen that coming. Like
exactly.
He's fucked. Like. But sure. No, it's and if you did go down the whole live route with what you are maybe going with Dead Memories, you should like the Rage Metal Night or something, or Mikey
Oh, yeah.
O'Rear. No, the promotions definitely be someone you could talk to anyway. You know.
I've talked to Mikey before. Mikey is such a sound lad. Not quite the end. They're the DSBM band that I was in for a little while. Yeah, no, they
I
played.
was going to say, were you in them or you in that? All right, yeah.
Yeah, I was in that for. It wasn't for a while though. And then, yeah, no, I'm actually. Don't know if I meant to say this, but I'm recording. They're coming down here. I'm recording them in January. That's all I'm gonna say really. So
that's not, you didn't really give anything away, or they're out there, they're working on stuff, and you're going to help them record. Like,
yep, exactly.
That's the way to do it, because if you're young bands now and you're all trying to collaborate together, if somebody can produce, work as a team,
exactly.
you
So
know.
like I nearly have the studio up here up and running, and hoping now to start, fucking open up my own studio probably sometime soon, just for metal. So
that was your overall plan, though, was to get into sound engineering, mixing, and all that kind of stuff, like,
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that'll be good experience for you, and that'll be good to have on your list as well too. Like that, if you were 17 and you produced an EP or whatever you're on doing, like that's not many fucking 17-year-olds can say that. Like,
sure, I just have a love for music, same as Christopher.
Good stuff, and oh dear, I'm running blank here, lads. Fucking hell. Give me a second. Let me get me fucking head together. I'm fucking. Oh Jesus, that fucking podcast killed me.
Oh jeez, I wasn't able to watch all of it. I watched most of Adrian's. Didn't watch. I watched like half of Burning Metal one. Thanks for including me, actually.
Oh, no bother.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things I've had to do in a long time, lads. The amount of stuff that came out this year, or should I say, it's been fucking off the chain. Like, it's non-stop.
I wonder how. Oh fuck, what's his name? The Metal Cell. What's his name? Ricky? No,
Richie.
Richie. I wonder how he fucking does that, man.
He has it well planned out.
Yeah, he's some man.
Oh, he's kept it going brilliantly, like, so he has. And I watched his one with Sonus Mortis last night, because that interested me, because Kevin is a very private man normally, so to get all that
out
of him is fucking an achievement. Fair play to Richie. Like,
he has some ways, tell you that. I remember I did my interview with him with your man who builds the pedals. I'm not fucking going blank. Jesus.
Yeah, I know who you're on about. He
was
in John Quill, is that his name?
Yeah, Quill.
Yeah.
Quill Effects. I remember that, and sure, Jays, that was some podcast. Nothing has nothing on Burning Metal though.
It's probably weird. Remember that fucking podcast we done, me and you and Rob, for the fucking Balor split?
Yeah.
That didn't work. It died. Whatever happened.
Yeah, and we didn't get around to it, sure, because Rob called off that project for a while, didn't he?
It was weird. He was with him down to release an EP in, I think it was September, on the 23rd or something. And next thing, halfway through the month, he just said, "That's it. It's over."
Right.
But I think he just needed a break.
Didn't he say that he was looking for a full band?
Yeah.
And he joined the band as well too.
Yeah, like he had a full band. Like, sure, Rob was in Horrenda, and sure, is Phil. I assume what happened there.
No, don't.
Well, I'm not gonna get into it, but
nah. So after it's water under the bridge now, anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Christoph, what's your influences that got you into all this side of music anyway? What was your bands growing up that kind of said, "I like this"?
Well, so like I listened to what really got me into metal was definitely Linkin Park. I had this very old phone, and there was a few Linkin Park songs on there, and just played them over and over and over again until I actually became obsessed with it. So that's what really got me into the music. And then I kind of just stopped listening to music whatsoever until a few years ago when I moved out to Ireland, and John was showing me a few bands more into the heavier stuff. So like Suicide Silence, Wage War, stuff like that he was showing me. So
Linkin Park, the old gateway band that they were.
oh yeah.
Jeez, I think I have the first band on there.
Yeah, I still have a single. I have the single here, the One Step Closer single that was released before
Ooh.
the album came out.
Really?
Yeah, it's in
Is
mint
that
condition.
is that 7-inch? Is it?
No, it's the CD.
Oh right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, back when you used to be able to buy CD singles. That's a while ago now.
Jeez, that's mad.
At least you got a good one anyway.
I forgot. I've got quite a few in there now that gathered over the years. I haven't really bought much now the last few years. I've kind of ran out of space. There's only so much stuff you can have. Like,
Yeah.
as the old saying goes, you can't have everything. Where would you put it? So that's like another band that got influenced by Linkin Park. Because I remember when Chester Bennington passed, and I remember the whole burning metal thing and all the rest. There was lads that were in black metal, death metal, across the board that all came coming out and saying if it wasn't for Linkin Park, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because they were the perfect mix of just kind of catchy, poppy, with a heavy enough edge to it, just to kind of like back when the day we had like stuff Nirvana and bands like that. There had enough heaviness about them to get into it, but enough commercial appeal to grab you too. Like
it was albums like fucking Meteora, Hybrid Theory, fucking Minutes to Midnight. Probably them 3 albums are the proper fucking Linkin Park for me, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky enough too, but I've seen them live twice.
Jeez.
Well, I've seen a lot of bands over the years. Like that's the beauty of being old. You've seen all the bands.
That's class.
Well, unfortunately, I'm just a bit not quite old enough that I missed the original Pantera and Sepultura lineups.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I had a fucking ticket for Pantera.
really?
I had a ticket in 2001 for Pantera, and the fucking Twin Towers thing happened, and they didn't know if they were going to be able to get in and out of the country or anything, so they called off the tour.
Jesus.
Ah, fuck.
And there was an opportunity to see Sepultura in '94 as well. I could have gone with a lad, but I wasn't allowed to go at the last minute because I was underage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I nearly got the two of them. Got that fucking close, like.
Really? Hey, you could have seen Sepultura. Well, not the original lineup, but.
I've seen them. I've seen them. Of course, I've seen them. Of course,
okay.
seen Cavalera Conspiracy as well, and Soulfly and all the rest. Like, so I've got all the songs over the years in one way or another. Like,
Who's in Cavalier Conspiracy? Like, who are the band members that is also in other bands? Because I know there's one lad from Soulfly, I think.
yeah, at the time I can't remember exactly now. It was Max and Igor, and I think it might have been Tony Campos and one of the lads out of Soulfly.
Mm.
I could be wrong. It's over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
No, it is 10. It's 10 years ago. It's 10 years ago now. Actually, it's 10 years ago this year at Sonosphere.
Mm-hmm.
The guitarist of Soulfly, or I think it was guitarist of Soulfly, or the vocalist, was also in Sepultura. Or am I thinking of a different band?
No, that's Max. Max was in.
Oh, that's Max.
Max Cavalera, yeah.
Yeah. Some man.
Yeah, that's the as I say, the beauty of being old. You've got to see all the bands over the years.
Sure, my dad went to see Pink Floyd.
What's your bucket list bands anyway, lads? You've got the bands that are still active that you potentially can see. Like, who would be the ones you'd love to get?
Chris, I'll let you go.
For me, definitely Suicide Silence, 100%. But
even though the different vocalists,
like my main one, huh?
Even though there were new vocalists and all the rest, yeah.
Yeah, like he's from All Sharp Hairs. Like, sure, he's good and all, but he's not Mitch. So, but I'd still love to see them because I love the music and all. But that would be like my number one that I'd love to see. Mm-hmm. And there's this beatdown band, Paleface. They are fucking insane. I'd love to see them.
I think they announced that they were doing a tour or something. I think it was
they're only doing gigs in America at the moment. I think they have one in
Yeah.
Ohio or something. I was looking at it there today. They have one in Ohio next few months, I think.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so it wasn't a tour. It was just a few gigs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough now for a lot of lower end bands now to get over and play now.
Yeah,
Because,
like they're not that popular at all, but still love to see them because I love the music.
like I seen a band, they were called Erst, and apparently they got really popular the last 2 years. I've never heard of them, but until this week.
Mhm.
But they came over and done a European tour, and they came back 20 grand in the red.
Jesus,
Yeah, because of the venue fucking cuts and
that's fucked.
petrol costs and fucking everything that's involved now, you know. Sure, you've got Anthrax calling out fucking tours at the minute, like.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, it's a strange time, but it won't last forever, you know. If you study history, you know, these things always kind of happen. When out of World War II and ended, and big recession and a big inflation all happened because everyone essentially was in lockdown. A bit of a worse lockdown though, hiding in the fucking house with the lights on in case it didn't get bombed by planes, like, you know, a bit more severe, like. But it just swings and roundabouts. It happened before. It happened in 2008. It's happening again. It'll calm down again in a couple of years. It's just swings and roundabouts of the world, you know. People get a bit panicked at times, but it's just the way it goes.
Just life.
Exactly. Sure, we'll knock on your track "Stay," which is essentially both your debut single together.
Yeah.
Here we go now.